If you're born a cicada, congratulations. You just won the weirdest lottery in the insect world. Your life is about to be one big underground waiting game, followed by a short, chaotic sprint above ground filled with screaming, flying, mating, and then, well, you'll see. Let's start from the beginning. You're an egg, stuck in a tiny slit your mom carved into a tree branch. She didn't even stick around to say hello, just laid a few dozen siblings next to you and took off. After about 6 weeks of hiding in a crack like a tiny bug snack, you hatch into a nymph. You're pale, soft, and totally clueless. Your first instinct? Jump off the tree. That's right, no warm-up, no tutorial level, just leap into the dark void below. Hopefully you land on soil, not a sidewalk or someone's unsuspecting head. Once you hit the ground, it's go time. You immediately start digging. Not for fun, not because you're into gardening, but because that's where you'll be living. For a long time. Some cicadas stay underground for 2 years, some for 5, and a few overachievers wait a whole 17 years and never come out of the ground. Down in the dirt, it's a quiet life. No friends, no light, no Netflix. Just roots to suck on and dirt to keep you company. And by roots, we mean tree roots. You stick your little straw mouth into them and sip that sweet, watery plant juice like it's the only thing on the menu. Because it is. Imagine drinking the same smoothie for 17 years straight. But hey, it's not all bad down there. You're safe from birds, weather, and noisy humans. You slowly grow, shedding your skin every few years like you're trading in last season's outfit. Then one day, something changes. You feel it in your bug bones. The temperature of the soil hits just the right level, around 64 degrees Fahrenheit. And suddenly, it's party time. You and millions of your underground buddies start crawling to the surface in perfect synchronization, like a bunch of tiny dirt zombies. The humans above ground? They have no idea what's coming. You claw your way out of the ground at night, hoping to avoid predators. You climb up the nearest vertical surface, a tree, a wall, a garden gnome, and then it happens. Your back splits open, and you slowly wiggle your way out of your old exoskeleton. You emerge pale and gooey. Over the next few hours, you dry out and harden into your final adult form. Now you've got wings. You can fly, sort of. Your flying skills are more like chaotic flapping mixed with mild panic. You'll probably bump into a few walls, a tree, but that's not important. You're not here to be graceful. You've got one mission: make babies. This is where things get loud. The males, including you if you're one, start screaming. You make this loud, buzzing, high-pitched noise by vibrating little drum-like organs on your abdomen called tymbals. It's like playing a kazoo that's been plugged into a speaker and turned up to 11. Why so loud? Because you're trying to attract a female who will hopefully choose you out of the millions of other guys screaming into the void. It's basically the insect version of online dating, except no swiping, just screaming. The females don't make noise. They listen, and they judge. They're picky, too. Your song has to be just the right pitch and rhythm. If you're off-key, too slow, too fast, or just kind of annoying, you're out. But if you hit the sweet spot, you've got a date. If you're a male, congrats, you've done your job. If you're a female, things are just getting started. After choosing your lucky screamer, you receive his sperm and then take off on your final mission, egg laying. You find a tree branch and use your sharp needle-like ovipositor to cut tiny slits in the bark. In each slit, you carefully deposit your eggs, dozens, sometimes hundreds, then move on and do it again. Once the eggs are laid, your mission's complete, and unfortunately, so is your energy. You see, adult cicadas don't have mouths suited for eating. Yep, that's right. After emerging from the ground and transforming, you're basically living off stored energy reserves built up during those long years underground. You may drink plant fluids from twigs and branches a little here and there to stay hydrated, but it's not enough to keep you going for long. After mating and laying eggs, you quickly start to run out of fuel. Your wings begin to fray, your strength fades, and within just a few short weeks, usually 2 to 4, you expire and die. It's the same ending for both males and females. Your body might drop onto a sidewalk, become a snack for birds, squirrels, or curious pets. It's a dramatic, rapid decline, but hey, you helped make the next generation. That was your whole mission. But here's something wild. You have some of the weirdest defenses. You don't bite, you don't sting, you're not poisonous, you don't even camouflage that well. So, how do you survive? Well, you just outnumber everything. You follow an exact schedule so precise it's almost creepy. You and your siblings wait underground that whole time, and when the moment's right, you all come out together in one giant bug party, like an army with perfect coordination. If you all show up at once, there are too many of you for birds or other animals to eat. Some of you will get eaten, sure, but there'll still be millions left to keep the party going. When there are billions of you, predators get full pretty fast. But even with your numbers game, you've got one more trick up your sleeve: sound confusion. Ever tried to find a cicada you're hearing, only to end up staring at an empty tree branch like a confused detective? That's not an accident. The sound you and your buddies make is so loud and spread out that it becomes hard to tell where it's actually coming from. And if one does get too close, you quietly scuttle to the other side of the branch, or just stop singing altogether. Of course, not all your enemies are fooled so easily. Take the cicada killer wasp, for example. It's a big, determined wasp with one very specific mission: find you. Much like a tiny, heat-seeking missile, the female wasp scans the skies for cicadas. When she spots one, she swoops in, stings to paralyze you, then hauls your twitchy body back to an underground burrow. She lays a single egg on your motionless self, seals the burrow, and leaves. What happens next is straight out of a horror movie. The wasp larva hatches and starts eating you, slowly. It's careful not to kill you too fast because fresh food is better. So, yeah, life as a cicada isn't a fairy tale. But for that short moment, when the trees shake with your buzzing and the air's filled with millions of tiny voices, you rule the world. And then, just like that, it's over. 17 years underground, all for a few wild weeks in the sun.